Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Referral Tracking Module webinar. This webinar, we will cover the Referral Tracking Module and we will review entering and saving a service referral. Let me give you a brief history on the Referral Tracking Module. Referral Tracking was created to provide an efficient way for CCS and GHPP users to record and track case or service referrals while allowing the user to enter a minimal amount of details for new and existing clients. Upon completion and implementation of the referral tracking application, CMSNet users will be able to determine if there is sufficient information to begin registration into the CCS or GHPP eligibility process. Any information entered and saved in referral tracking can be imported into CMSNet registration where the data is auto-populated in corresponding fields. Referral tracking will only track and display referrals received from providers and managed care or healthy family plans. Referrals from any other source are entered directly into registration. Referral tracking entry into the referral tracking module is not required prior to entry into the registration module. During previous webinars, we covered the referral search and referral search results screen. We also covered how to enter a case referral. We would not revisit those particular sections of referral tracking. This webinar will show you how to enter and save a service referral. If you need information on entering a case referral, or on the referral search, how to search for a referral, please visit previous webinars regarding those two particular sections of the referral tracking module. Okay. So, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at the referral tracking screen and its functionality. So referral tracking can be found by logging into CMSNet and clicking on the referral tracking menu option near the top of the left-hand side of your screen. Referral tracking, again, is used to search for existing referrals based on selected clients or on the criteria that you input. But we're not going to search for any client. Actually, we would perform some of the search functions on this particular module, and that's because in order to enter a service referral, that client must be known to CCS or GHPP. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So let's click on the referral. Well, you're not clicking. Just follow along with me. I'm going to click on the referral tracking module. Here it's going to bring up the first step is my search screen. It's where I want to search for a client known to the CCS or GHPP program. And I'm going to actually search for clients that were, referrals that were entered by me as the user, so I can select one that's been registered in CCS and enter a service referral. So I'm going to do an advanced search, and I'm going to type in the user's name. But of course, if you can also search by the client's case number, their name, but I'm just doing this advanced search because I don't remember the case number or the name. So I'm going to do a search by this user. Oops, there's my user. Then I'm going to search referrals, and it'll display all the referrals that this user has entered. And then I'm going to select one of those referrals to create a case referral on. And remember, in order to create a case referral, the client must, again, exist in CMSNet, have a completed registration, and they must have a case status of active, closed, pending, reopen pending, or denied. Basically, they must have to have been registered in CMSNet. So for the sake of this class, for this webinar, I'm going to go ahead and select this client, Mr. James Grisham, And down at the bottom is asking me if I want to, what action do I want to take on this particular client. Do I want to go back to my previous screen? I want to enter a new referral, view or edit a referral, continue the registration, or continue to start. And I'm going to actually I'm going to select this case. And I'm going to add new referral. Okay. All right. So this client is known to the CCS program, or they're registered in the CCS program. The first section here is your patient details, and this is your patient header. It's a static header. And by default, the header is minimized, but may be expanded by clicking on the plus sign to view details. Okay, so then it gives you all the details related to this particular case, the client's name, the case number, date of birth, so on and so forth, which you should be familiar with this header here. So I'm going to go ahead and collapse that. Okay. So let's go ahead and add now a service referral. In the previous webinars, we talked about the referral type. In the referral type, when you use the drop-down arrow, I have an option of entering a case referral or a service referral. In this case, because this child is already known to the CCS program, I want to go ahead and select a service referral. But know that if this child was not known to the CCS or GHPP program, the only option for referral type would be case. But I want to do a service referral, so I'm going to select service. My tracking number is blank because it has not created a tracking number. Upon saving this referral, the system will automatically create a tracking number for this service referral. Referral entered on, the system auto defaults to the date that the referral was entered, which is the current date. Number of duplicate referrals, this is a display screen. You can you can only see the number of duplicate referrals. You cannot add a duplicate referral from this screen. That's added under the View Edit screen. And I may cover that a little later. If I get to that, I'll show you how to add a referral as a duplicate. So let's continue on. Referral received on. What date did we get this referral? Let's say June the 12th. Again, the system will auto default to this referral status as received pending review. In other words, a determination has not been made in regards to this referral. We may reject it or we may accept it. Those are your options. Okay, so right now you can only pend it for review or you can reject it as inappropriate. And we're not going to reject it because that's going to be covered in a different webinar. So we're going to leave the status as received pending review. Legal county. The legal county is defaulted based on the user that's logged into the system. In this case, this user is from Los Angeles County. Referral source. If you click the down arrow, it'll give you an option. The referral source for a service referral can only be a provider. If you watched the previous webinar where we talked about case referrals and you had an option of a case referral being a managed care plan, a healthy families plan, or a provider. But when you're dealing with a service referral, your referral source can only be a provider. So we're going to go ahead and select an individual provider. If you know that provider's type, you may capture it here. If not, once we identify that provider, the system will automatically populate this information based on that provider. Okay? So let's do this. If you have the provider's MPI number, you can go ahead and key the MPI number in and click the Find button, and then it'll populate all of the provider information. Or if they didn't give you the provider's MPI number, you know just the name. Let's go ahead and search for a name of a provider. And then if you click the Find button, it'll give you all of the possibilities based on the information that you've inputted. And this is the provider, Dr. Peter Nakaguchi. So I'm going to go ahead and select Dr. Nakaguchi. And as you can see, The system auto-populated his provider type as a physician, his MPI number, and his city and state. It didn't have a phone number on file, so it did not populate that field. But if you have a phone number, by all means, go ahead and type that phone number in. Or if you have a fax number, you can capture that information as well. Okay? Email address, if you have an email address for Dr. Nakaguchi, you can go ahead and capture that information. Okay? So now we're on to the third section of the entering a referral screen. It's the suspected diagnosis. You want to go ahead and select the diagnosis that either on your referral, or if it's undiagnosed, you can select, if they didn't give you a diagnosis, you can select undiagnosed, which is, I believe, 00. And then I'm going to do a partial search, so I'll show you how I bring up all of the possibilities. And if I click on find, so it gives me, based on the 00 that I inputted, every diagnosis that begins with 00. So I'm going to select anything. Okay, it may not even be a CCS or GHB condition, I don't know. But you are able to select multiple ICD-9 codes. I'm going to even select another one. Okay, and you see that it auto-populates those diagnoses under the diagnosis field. You can select whether it's for just diagnostic or treatment. You can remove one if you don't like it, or you can change the order. If you wanted the 334 to be on top, you just use the up arrow. If you want to put the 334 on the bottom, use the down arrow. That's related to the line, and so on and so forth. Again, you can have an unlimited amount of ICD-9 codes. Okay. The next section is the requested services. Remember, a service request, a service referral is equivalent to a SAR. So now it's asking you what type of services is this provider requesting. So what you want to do, if you're familiar with the SAR module, this is exactly like the SAR module. You will go ahead and add services. When you click on the Add Services button, it will take you to the service code dialog box, and you can choose a procedure code. All this is the same as it is in the SAR module. And so let's go ahead and add some services. Say they're asking for a procedure code 99213. So we're going to do a search. There's the code. I'm going to select that code, and it's going to ask for my units, just as it would in the SAR system. And say he wanted, you also want to issue a 01, or that's what he's requesting. You're not necessarily authorizing this yet. Okay. So there's the two services that he's requesting on this referral. Case notes. If you want to save this referral as a case note, then you need to add something in the comments field. If you do not add anything in the comments field, this will not be saved as a case note. So we're going to just type in service referral received. Okay? And then when you come down, you have a couple of options here. Say, for instance, you want to cancel out this referral altogether. You can hit the back button, and then it'll take you back to the previous page. You can click the Save button. If all is well, you want to go ahead and save this referral, you may save that referral, and the system will assign it a referral tracking number. Or if you know this is a referral, it could be for an existing case, and you know you're going to authorize it, you can actually click on Save and Continue to the SAR system, and it will take you to the SAR system where you are able to authorize, deny, modify, delete that SAR request. Okay? Or if you want to just clear out all the information that you've inputted, just go ahead and hit your Reset button. However, in this case, we're going to go ahead and click and continue to SAR, so you as the county can see how the system navigates you from the referral tracking system over to the SAR system. Okay? So let's let's first click on Save. And I'll show you how the system will automatically assign you a referral tracking number. It tells you that my referral was added successfully, and it's giving me a tracking number. And if you notice, that tracking number looks like a SAR number, right? So we're going to go ahead from here, scroll down. Remember earlier we talked about this field here, the number referrals, duplicate referrals. Say, for instance, if you received a new referral, another referral, excuse me, for this client, you can go and click on that Add Duplicate button, and it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to add as a duplicate? You're going to say, okay. Tells you your referral, your duplicate referral was added successfully. And now if you go up to that counter will now has been changed to 1. Okay? So now, there's your SAR, your service referral. It's been saved, it's been added. Now, let's just go over to the SAR system because you want to authorize the SAR. So we're going to say Save and Continue to SAR. It's already saved. Now it's going to take me to the SAR module. Okay. This should look familiar to those of you that have SAR add a capability. This is your SAR module. You can go ahead and authorize that SAR. You can deny it. You can't cancel it because it hasn't been authorized yet. You can modify the information or you can delete it. Okay, it's totally up to you. Okay, but there it is. That service referral has been converted to a pending SAR. And whoever's responsible for authorizing at this point can take action on this pending SAR as it deems appropriate for that child. Okay. So that concludes how to add a service referral. We're going back to the referral tracking module. Thank you for listening to this webinar. If you have any questions regarding entering and saving a service referral, because I know we did not cover everything in detail, please feel free to contact the CMS Net Help Desk for any assistance you may need. There are manuals on the website. The manuals are in draft form, so you can take a look at those. They will provide you step-by-step guidelines on entering and saving a service referral, a case referral. I mean, the whole module itself is online, so please take a look at it. We just want to provide you guys with a quick snapshot of how the referral tracking module is going to look upon implementation July the 1st. So again, I thank you for watching this webinar, and if you have any questions, contact the CMS Net Help Desk. Thank you for participating, and bye-bye.